So I came home a couple of weeks ago and found that Iniu sent me one of their latest power banks and wanted me to make a video about it. I didn't say yes straight away because I very rarely use power banks. I have batteries everywhere, my phone's rarely run out of juice, so there was a voice in my head asking, when would I actually use this? So the gauntlet was thrown down. I was armed with my new Iniu device and 2 questions. Are these batteries any good? And will I actually use it? And whenever we go onto Amazon, there seems to be thousands of power banks, but which one is the right one for you? Which one is the right size? Which ones actually work? Well, Iniu claim that this is the smallest 25,000 milliamp power bank on the market, and it's rather good. It has impressive numbers. It can charge devices up to 100 watts, and that includes anything from an iPhone up to a MacBook Pro. But batteries, well, they're not always about the numbers. Well, I guess they are and they aren't. But because we have to look at them every day, this thing, well, it looks and feels great. And because it's a battery pack, it has a good weight to it as well. Not too heavy, but just right. Now with this, Iniu claim that you can charge a MacBook Pro 14-inch to 42% in 25 minutes and an iPhone 16 to 60% in the same amount of time. All impressive numbers. But how much real-world charge can you get from this thing? Well, we'll have a look at that in a second. They also say it supports Samsung Superfast Charging 2.0, getting the Samsung S24 Ultra to 75% in 30 minutes or so, and recharges itself fully in around 1.4 hours. And as I said earlier, it feels really nice in the hands. It has a matte finish to it on the main part of the body with a gloss window at the top, which can get scratched, and mine has. And the window gives you the percentage of the battery left, and it also shows you the charging logo when it's doing just that. Now let's get back to that tagline, the smallest 25,000 milliamp 100 watt power bank on the market. So that means it's 4.3 inches long, 2.7 inches wide, 1.4 inches in depth, and weighs in at 13.8 ounces, which is 392 grams. It has 2 USB-C ports, one doing that 100 watt fast charging, the other doing 45 watts, and a USB 3 port pulling up the rear with 18 watts. A power button on the side, and it's airline friendly for trips away. Handy because I have a couple of short trips abroad coming up, and it has a 3-year warranty. Because we all know batteries decay over time. Now, over the past couple of weeks, I've taken this thing everywhere with me. Well, when I take a bag with me anyway. Otherwise, I have this other Iniu product they sent me, the SnapGo P73, and I'll talk about that in another video. But making this video has made me realize how important power on the move actually is. And I've always been a bit, well, blasé about it, and I would always ensure that my phone and other accessories have enough battery. But there are occasions when I was caught out. For example, on a shoot at Premier League club Nottingham Forest, I had the Insta360 X4 recording me set up and the shoot itself, and then it died. So I missed the end of the shoot. Now the X4 footage, well, that was just for us and for this YouTube channel, so it's no big deal, but it's the knowledge that I don't have this footage or the packing away, which makes then this come into its own. So why not put this theory to the test? On a TV shoot on the streets of Barcelona, I had the same idea, but this time I had all of the footage, the setup, the shoot, and the pack down, all powered by the Iniu power bank. So moral of the story is, it's made me appreciate this sort of device much more. So onto a few testing stats. I charged my iPhone 15 Pro Max from 3% to full with 75% charge left in the power bank. So in theory, you could get around 4 charges at a push. Then I tried it on my MacBook M1 Max, and I got the computer from dead to 91% until the battery bank was exhausted. So next I decided to charge the Insta360 X4 and the Pocket 3 together via the USB-C ports. And after 30 minutes, the Pocket 3 was up to 97% charged and the X4 was at 71%. Not long after, they were both done and the battery bank had around 71% left in it. The iPad mini, well, that went from 3% to full and left 63% in the power bank. And I also charged my Apple Watch Series 8, 3 charges of the watch later, from around 3% to full. The Iniu battery bank had roughly 92% battery remaining. Now, anyone can make it sound like these devices really reinvent the wheel. They don't, but what they can be is very useful for the situations that you need them for. And when you need to charge a device on the move, you can. They won't change the world, but we all just want them to work. Now, I was only thinking the other day that it was 25 years ago since I got my old Nokia 3210. And when I reflect on that time, it's nuts that we're so reliant on tech in 2025. And you know what? So much so that this power bank will be yet another device I carry around with me because I never want to run out of power. It will be on shoots with me. If I go on a day out, it will be with me, and for travel too. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this holds up long term. And you know what? The confusing thing for us consumers is that there are a lot of power banks around. There is plenty of choice, and I can't speak for the others, but after a month or so of using this, I can honestly say I've been impressed with it. But as I always say, you're the one who's spending the money on kit, so choose wisely. But the Inoue Cougar P63 power bank is one I'm very pleased with, and I will continue to use it for some time to come. And I guess now I need to make a video about this one too, because this is also amazing.